today we're not going to be working on the Mustang. We're going to be working on my friend's car. He has a digital carbon fiber steering wheel. So he has a 2017 Dodge Challenger. I'm not sure if it's going to fit a Charger. It might not, who knows. But we also got to install these things. These are paddle shifters and little inserts for the buttons, like for like cruise control and like volume control. So first things first, we're going to disconnect the battery and take stuff apart. Let's do it. First thing we want to do is pop the trunk and disconnect the battery. The reason we do this is because we are messing with the airbag and we don't want to deploy it by accident. So just go ahead and do that and we should be safe. All right, so we're inside the car now. To remove this airbag, there's these two tiny holes right here, right there, and one over here, right there. What we're gonna use is a pick and then just kind of poke it and pull it. Then you can go ahead and take this out. What you're trying to do through this little hole is pushing on this spring right here. This is a spring-loaded clip. So once you push it in on both sides, this thing is just gonna fall right out. The best way to do it is with like a little flathead. The thinner the better. And just push it in, pull it out. With the airbag out, we need to get it out of the way so we can continue removing the steering wheel. So all these connectors you see here, like this one, that one, and the airbag ones, we're gonna completely remove them and then chuck this to the side. So let's do that now. Once we reach this point here, we gotta remove these T20 Torx bits right here. Once we get these out, these can come off. We also gotta get 2 more bolts on the back side for the volume up and down, but we'll take this off once we get the wheel off so we have more room so I can show you. We're gonna go ahead and remove this bolt up next, but before you actually remove the wheel, we're gonna take off this connector here and feed it through. So once you got everything disconnected, the last thing to take off the wheel is this bolt right here. This is a 10mm hex socket. So the way you want to set this up, I guess the easiest way to remove it is just using an impact and just go for it. Just like that. Take the bolt out, put it in a safe spot, and then gently remove the wheel and then feed the wires as it comes out. That way you're not yanking anything. Just like that. Set. Now that we took off the steering wheel, before we chuck it in the trash, we're gonna take off all these buttons right here. It's 2 little modules on each side and a little harness that runs across. To remove the buttons, once you flip it over, you're gonna see these little trap doors here. You're just gonna remove these little doors with like a little flathead screwdriver on each side, and you're gonna see 2 more Torx bits. You're gonna take those out, and these should just come right out. Okay, now that we have it fully gutted, now we can chuck this to the side, and now we can put in our Alibaba steering wheel. Let's go ahead and do this. Now at this point, what we're gonna do here is install the carbon fiber inserts. These are gonna replace these plastic ones here. To change those out, what we have to do is just flip it over and remove these 3 silver screws on each side, and then pop the side clips off and then just replace it with the carbon fiber ones. So let's do that.
Get to stop and have like AI.
Yeah. You know who could do it for you? Abraham. Not yet. Up next, we're gonna be putting the paddle shifters. So there is a left and a right. Obviously, it's a plus and a minus. It's indicated on the plastic molding here, L and R. We'll start with the right one first. We're gonna feed it through, feed this one through, and then bolt it up. And then we'll do the buns up next, and we'll put the harness and the counterweight and the rest of it. So let's go ahead and start assembling it. So we're at the point of wiring. So with this aftermarket steering wheel, you have to wire 2 additional wires, a red and a black, obviously power and ground. What we're gonna do is tap into this clock spring connector. There's 6 wires starting from the top. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The second wire is your ground. And then the last one, the 6th wire, is your power. So we're gonna go ahead, splice into those 2 wires, get it nice and sealed up, connect it, test it, and run it. All right, we got the wires all tapped in. We got red to purple and black to black. We also got the black plastic bezel goes here. We got that all tucked in. Once you get all the connections made, just tuck it in as best as you could. And then we're gonna bolt this down and then put it back on the car. Let's do it. All right, let's go ahead and put it in. We're gonna fish the wires through this right-hand side crevice here, this little hole. Feed them through like that, and then line up the steering wheel. It is keyed, so it only goes in one position. The center bolt is gonna be pinching this. So if you're wondering how this goes, you just get all the wires out of the way, kind of just set it in there, just like that. Gonna go ahead and put this back on. Now that it's set at 40 foot-pounds, we're gonna go ahead and lock up the center bolt. So let's do this now. And we're all set. First we'll start with this. Plug this in, clock springs in. Essentially 4 wires here. Everything's color coded. So this goes here. Yellow goes to yellow. Simple as that. Now when you put these in, you want to make sure it clicks down and then push the orange tab down as well. So first, blue goes first, push it down, make sure it's seated, and then lock it in. Now for the horn, it's these 2 wires here. We're gonna put the connector clip on, just like that, like so, just like that. And then this elbow here goes to the center here, and then the straight piece goes to this little tiny tab over here. Now, before we put this all together, before we put this back and click it in place, we're just gonna turn on the ignition and see if the lights turn on to see if our wiring was correct. So let's go ahead and plug in the battery and check it out.
What if you hear a lot of bang in the front seat?
Imagine, then we know we did it wrong. All right, man, let's go see if it works.
Let's see it.
Okay, guys, moment of truth. Let's see if it works. It's already turning on right here, but let's go ahead and turn on the ignition and see what happens. Start the car. Whoa, look at that. So up here, it looks like we have RPMs, miles per hour. If you push the button over here, system settings, a timer, intake temperature. It is metric right now. It's Celsius. We're gonna change it to Fahrenheit because it's America. Engine load, percentage wise, TP, maybe for turbo, I don't know. Water temperature, 100 Celsius, we're gonna change that. 14 volts almost. Let's see over here. RPMs, let's see. All right, look at that. They do light up F1 style. Pretty sick. Let's go for a ride. One more thing, guys. We did try out these paddle shifters, these carbon fiber ones. They were not really responding. We did contact the seller. They're going to send out some new ones, so we went back to stock. To be honest, these feel kind of mushy. They don't feel really good. These feel nice and tactile, nice and clicky, so we went back to stock on those. Personally, I think it looks better. It's like a little better contrast, so pretty happy with this. Let's go for a drive.
That one's cool too. I look like this one more, huh?